All right, YouTube. So I've had this Ryobi vacuum now. This is the normal brushed stick vac. You can kind of see it over there. I've had this thing now for coming on 2 years. Use it basically every day or every other day. And I just want to give you kind of a heads up on how it's doing, any troubles we've had, all that stuff. So far, so good. Everything's worked. Nothing is broken except down here. This wheel broke. And actually, I don't have it with me here, but basically there's 4 little tabs that keep this wheel onto this little hub here. And basically what's going on is those tabs broke. You can see there's an internal hub. If you can see that, kind of crappy with this iPad camera. But anyways, those broke. So what I've done instead is I just put some of these little furniture slider thingies underneath, and that kind of keeps the whole thing level. What was happening was it wasn't quite level, and so the vacuum was cockeyed, and it was not cleaning that great. Anyway, we'll try that. They do make replacement wheels. They're $5 a pop. I'm not spending $5 for that. No way in hell. Beater brush. I actually just cleaned it. Looking pretty good. There is some wear. So the drive motor is on this side, and you pull it out on this side, and this side has like basically a plastic on plastic wear point, and that is wearing. So the diameter of the shaft is getting smaller and smaller. At some point, it's going to get out of whack and it's going to stop spinning. But after 2 years, like I said, every day or two of using it, it's holding up. Obviously, it's still, it's got some dings and whatever. The LEDs still work. Got some dings. Other than that, fine. I know some guys have had trouble with this hose. Knock on wood, mine has been good so far. It hasn't broken yet. The latch mechanism has been good. I normally just leave it like this. Probably like once every 2 months, I'll disconnect the middle tube and just use it in the handheld mode with this head, like to do the stairs, but normally I just leave it. Over here on the motor side, like the controls, everything's good so far. No troubles with the controls. I'll talk about the shoelace in just a little bit. Over here on the canister's good. I had to get a new of these filters. I used it for, literally just like 2 weeks ago, or maybe three weeks ago. So this thing was getting pretty nasty, pretty ratty. And it's not the greatest filtration system, okay? Let's be honest. It's supposed to be a cyclone, but it's not. It's really not that great. The other thing I did is, there is a, you can kind of see it here. This piece kind of sticks to the bottom and it's supposed to stop the cyclone action. Well, I cut that shit out. So now I'm actually getting a little bit better spinning performance, which tends to drop out more stuff. But that's not the best. This seal seems to be holding okay so far. I do blow this thing out probably once every 2 months with the air compressor. We have cat litter in the house, and so it gets pretty beat up pretty fast. And you can see I don't worry about it. I did clean it one time. It looks spotless for about 5 minutes, and then it gets dirty again. So to hell with it. Up in here, this gasket looks pretty good. I did clean it from time to time. Again, nothing fancy. It's, it is what it is. This has been good. This is this latch. That's been good. Nothing to see on the motor side. And then the shoelace. The shoelace is because I made this legit Franken battery. It's half of a 1.3 amp Ryobi, and then it's half of an Ego battery welded together, whatever. And then have a case that fits. So I made my own, so you can see it there. Anyway, whatever. This is the equivalent of a 3 amp hour, and because it doesn't, let's see if I got it backwards. Because it doesn't have the clips anymore, I need to use the shoelace. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. La 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 la. So I just got a slip knot on this thing. Oh, I won't be able to spin it with you, but I got a slip knot. I tie it tight, and then it holds it up. I can probably get about 15 minutes of vacuuming with that thing. Not too bad, not too bad. And I've been using it pretty much consistently for this vacuum for the last, I don't know, 6 months, a year. I'm trying to think when my buddy gave me his old Ego battery that was shot. But yeah, vacuum's holding up good after 2 years. I fully expect in the next 2 years this head's going to break. And when that happens, you kind of have a choice. Choice number one is remove this brush and just run it as a, as a vacuum only without the brush. That kind of sucks. I have not seen replacement brushes available. I have seen the replacement wheels. I've seen the replacement head, but frankly, the replacement head is damn near the cost of a brand new refurb stick vac, so that's not worth it. So probably what will happen is we'll just get relegated to basement duty, like most of these things end up, and that's that. But so far so good. I like it. The one thing I will say is there's no reason why they couldn't make this thing an extra like 2 inches longer and maybe even bigger diameter. Like if I would redesign this thing, I'd redesign it to where it came down, maybe even had 2 pieces, and then it kind of got bigger so you could have a lot more volume. And I know the brushless one does have that, like a longer tube. But anyway, they make a new one now that's a high volume, but it's like $300. I'm not paying $300 for a Ryobi vacuum. Not worth it. 150 with the battery? Good. All the live long day. I'm telling you though, once you go to the vacuum without the cord, man, it's so nice. You just go wherever the hell you want. You don't even think about it, and it just gets the job done. So I recommend it. Again, this is the cheapest one they made, the the brushed version. I'm sure the brushless one works better, or it gets longer run time anyways. But it's not worth, it's not worth double the cost. More than likely, the motor's going to be stout. That's going to be good. This thing might break, I suppose. If this breaks, you're kind of screwed. You can get a new one, but you're screwed. And then if any of these things break on the head, I guess you just run it as a normal without the spinner, or you can buy a new head, but it's just not worth it. So these are definitely disposable items. I would say for my use case, just simple math. Let's say I use it every other day, just for simple math. Let's say 200 days per year. It's probably been used 400 times. Each time is a good 10 minutes. That's not too bad. I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of this thing, and I would definitely buy it again. No, I wouldn't even think about it twice, because it's been so convenient. And we basically, because of the battery, we vacuum more. With the big vacuum, with the cord, it's kind of a pain, and then it's a hassle. No one wants to do it. With this thing, you slap a battery in, even if it's just a normal, I do have actual decent ones, I do have decent ones. I don't have just all the Franken battery. But I basically say slap a battery in it, get the vacuum in, it keeps the house a little bit cleaner. So, all right, guys, hope you enjoy this video. Again, I highly recommend it, the Ryobi stick vac. Like I said, if you want the brushless, more money, I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe, depends on how much money it is. If it's $50 more, I don't know, probably not. For $50 more, you get another battery, and then you got the runtime that you want. So, all right, thank you.